The craziest part about this DoorDash driver situation is that the only person that did something illegal was her. It wasn't even the guy that she recorded while they were unconscious. Which, mind you, the DoorDash driver is a victim because she should have seen that man's private part. It should have been zipped up. He knew that he had someone coming to drop off food. However, two things can be true, and the driver is wrong. The driver deserves all the consequences that are coming her way. She knew that the food was supposed to be left at the door. The customer did not pick for the food to be handed to him. The driver gets there, sees that his door is ajar, and sees that he has his thing out and he's laid out on the couch unconscious. And what does she do? Instead of retreating to safety, because I'm sure she felt frazzled, I'm sure she felt shocked, I'm sure she felt scared. Instead of retreating to safety, she decides to go in his house without his permission. So she's trespassing or breaking and entering, and records that man while he's unconscious, not even awake, on the couch because his thing is out. He didn't even know that she was there, let alone did he know that she was recording him. And then you report to DoorDash that you were SA'd when that man wasn't even awake. He did not touch you.
This girl totally broke the law. My God, within 20 freaking million ways that this girl broke the law. So you mean to tell me you get an order for a DoorDash, you take the DoorDash says leave on the front porch. You notice that the door is a little ajar. Guys, that's not, the door was not wide open. It was a little ajar. And thank you to Reddit for actually keeping the proof, except for the stuff that we didn't need to see. And thank you for protecting him while doing this. Bless this poor guy's heart. Anyway, so you push open the door a little bit. You notice the guy that's exposed, passed out and whatnot. You leave, go sit in the car, get on the internet and say, oh, why don't we talk to our, internet detectives? And they say, oh, go back and take a video. So then you go back to the front porch, you take a video, you open the door more while you get enough just to get that video of the man that's exposed on his front porch. And you thought it was a good idea to take the second crime, to commit the second crime and post it on the internet, and you're crying because you were fired. Honey, you deserve to be in handcuffs. Because, ladies and gentlemen, ask yourself this. If you're actually going to defend this chick, ask yourself this. If the roles were reversed and a man had done that to a woman on a couch, where would he be? Exactly. In handcuffs.
I don't know if y'all seen it, but bro, there's a guy, he's a DoorDasher. He goes to deliver some food at night. The instructions said leave the food right at the doorstep. He pulls up to the house, bro, and there's a screen door that's closed and locked, and the front door behind the screen door is open, and there's a lady knocked out asleep on the couch, butt ass naked. You can see everything. Freaky behind boy pulls his phone out and records it, then posts it all over the internet. Except that's not what happened at all. There was a girl who was door dashing and the exact situation happened, and she started yelling about SA. The instructions said leave it at the door. The screen door was locked. The front door wasn't even all the way open. She's looking in the front door. There's a man on the couch with his meat exposed. He could be a freaky frog. Who knows? But did you ask if the woman in the first fake story was a freaky frog, if she was doing it on purpose? Did you ask that to yourself when I told you that first story? I don't know. I don't know why we always assume the man is just a freaky frog. Anyway, there was a man on the couch. The couch was not right in front of the door. The couch was in the place where he lived. The couch was in there. She had to look in and point her camera to record him. Then she posted it all over the internet. She told DoorDash, well, all she had to do was, let me just sit this down right here, take a picture and go. She didn't even have to look inside of the house, but that's what she did. Recorded it, put it on the internet. She put it on the internet twice and almost got banned because they kept taking the video down. Then DoorDash banned the guy and banned her. And now she online screaming sexual assault. That's why don't nobody fucking believe y'all. That's why don't nobody fucking believe y'all.
The right house? Yep. Oh, the door's open. This man naked? Not my business.
3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just letting you know right now my account is going to be banned. So I'm going to try to word this as chill as possible to avoid getting this video striked. So on October 12th, 2025, the DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open, their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door. with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me. I got this on video, and I'm not even going to be posting the video clip anymore because I'm pretty sure that's what's getting me the strikes. But yeah, I reported it to DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer, and then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me, which doesn't seem unrelated. I appealed, and they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10 business days. They didn't even provide me a reason for my deactivation. They're supposed to send an email. They didn't. So I contacted support, and they told me to continue with my appeal without knowing a reason why. There's an option to select, don't know why I was deactivated, and then you still have to explain yourself. So I did. And within 12 hours afterward, they had already denied my appeal. So I'm really never getting my DoorDash account back. DoorDash deactivated me. DoorDash punished me for exposing my assaulter.
I completely understand why she was upset. No woman deserves to be made uncomfortable or harassed while just, trying to do her work. But at the same time, what she did after that crossed the line because you can't just walk into someone's house, film them naked, and post it online. That's not justice, that's humiliation. But anyway, guys, let's get into what people are saying because everyone seems to have a different opinion on this one. Some are saying she shouldn't even sue because she would definitely lose the case. Others are blaming her, while some people say the guy is at fault. So let's dive in and do all to let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this.
Now, I'm mad tardy to this party, but have y'all heard about this young woman who was a DoorDash driver and she went to drop off the DoorDash, and when she got there, the person who she was DoorDashing for was butterball ass naked on the couch? I'm going to play some of what she said, and then I'm going to let y'all know my thoughts.
So on October 12th, 2025, the DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open. Their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed.
Now, people are upset about this because they're saying she wasn't SA. The instructions was to leave the food at the door, and she looked inside the house and opened the door. Now, let me tell y'all what I think. Two things can be true at once. She did have the instructions to leave the food at the door and walk away. But we're also not going to act like men don't do things like that on purpose, where they're in eyesight and they're butterball ass naked because they want a woman to see them indecently exposed. Now, it's your house. You should be able to walk around butterball ass naked if you want to. However, you knew you ordered food and you knew you said leave it at the door. Why would you leave the door cracked and the light on for somebody to see you butterball ass naked? Now, at the same time, on her end, you also recorded somebody butterball ass naked and put them on the internet. I don't know why you didn't think you was going to lose your job. Of course, you're no longer employed with DoorDash, and people are saying she should sue. She's not going to win that lawsuit because she didn't even follow the directions. And then you videotape somebody in their home naked. That doesn't work like that. All in all, I believe the man probably did it on purpose. But I also believe that you should have followed the directions and not been up in nobody's house and certainly not record anyone butterball ass naked. And also, DoorDash has since responded since she said that she hadn't heard back from them. Here's what they said. You can pause to read, but they essentially said she wasn't fired for reporting that. She was let go because she took a video of somebody indecently exposed in their home, and that was an invasion of his privacy. And the reality of it is that she also posted his house, where people could see where he lives. This whole situation was unhinged. Everybody involved. I don't understand what nobody was thinking.
That DoorDash girl is the exact reason why this believe all victim shit is so hard to get behind. This woman said out of her own mouth, she had a delivery. The instructions said leave the food by the door. She got to the door was wide open, and somebody was laid out, booty ass naked, dick and balls everywhere. Now, as fucked up as that may be, because it is fucked up, I hate to break it to you, sweetheart, you wasn't sexually assaulted. You saw some shit that you didn't want to see, and that's perfectly understandable, but where the fuck did you get sexually assaulted from? That's indecent exposure, and not even on a technical aspect, because he was technically in his own crib. I'm willing to bet every dollar I have that man had too much to drink that night, shit got weird, wild, and freaky, and that's how the story played out the way it did. And in no way am I justifying that behavior. That is a grown-ass man. That shouldn't have happened to you. You shouldn't have seen that. But we live in a world where everybody want to be such a fucking victim that you walked away thinking you were sexually assaulted? What the fuck? And not only that, you recorded them. What the hell is Listen, when she tell that story, I can tell that she believed that that was done intentionally so she can see that. So if that's what you genuinely believe, how did you record? What the fuck? Bro, I'm so confused. I don't even drink, but one of my biggest fears is getting fucked up one night and then waking up the next morning seeing my dick, balls, and gooch all over TikTok. Oh my God. Like I said at the beginning, very unfortunate, all right? It shouldn't have happened to you, but you went about that situation so wrong that now you kind of fucked up yourself.
How long it would have took for that DoorDasher to be arrested if it was a man? Yeah, because y'all act like y'all didn't get what I'm saying. So I'm going to ask y'all this way. How long it would have took for that DoorDasher to get arrested if it was a man? Now, let's play the whole rollout, okay? All she had to do was drop that food off, take a picture, and take her happy behind back in that car. But she said that the door was open and this man is asleep in his house. Now, I don't understand where the sofa was. I guess it was right in front of the door. So let's give her all that. But if this man is asleep, and I don't care if he's butt naked from the head to the toes, when she pulled her phone out to record and then try to distribute those videos, what I mean is she tried to send it to DoorDash and then she tried to upload it on social media. If that was a man that pulled up at that house and pulled his phone out and record that lady without her permission, and then try to send it to DoorDash, and then try to put it on social media. Do y'all know y'all been around here talking about boycott this and boycott that? But because she on here act like she's a victim, number one, what is the definition of SA? Because that's not SA. What she's talking about is not SA. This is a woman that recorded a man without his permission and then tried to put it out on social media and was sending the pictures out. I'm going to ask it again. If that was a man, how long it would have took for his behind to get arrested, along with all the boycott y'all would have been yelling about.
I saw the original video of the DoorDash girl, and I'm a little bit confused now that I woke up and see everything that's happening. When I saw it, I said, hey, I understand why DoorDash, well, I guess fired you and why you're blocked from the app. Now, as for the guy, I can see why everybody in their mind is saying, hey, he did it on purpose, all this extra stuff. When you look at the original video, that couch was not in your clear sight line unless you angled yourself and looked over. Okay, let's keep that in mind. If you really want to break it down, he's inside his house. Now, for everybody who's a genius and says, hey, she was SA'd, does that mean you guys now were SA'd by her taking her experience, recording it, and putting it in front of you? Now think about that. If your answer is yes, now think about that. The guy actually is in the right to sue her and DoorDash. Because if it was an issue and she felt like she was really SA'd, the authorities would be the first place you'd have sped to. At the end of the day, she now has a platform. And I think that was the ultimate goal, was to gain a platform. It could have all been accidental too, but now she has a platform. Sometimes we should not just attach ourselves to something. Back away, look at it. Put yourself on both sides. Don't always think somebody's just being a villain. Men, all right? I know y'all don't always think somebody's trying to be a villain. Flip the roles. Flip everything and see. Would you still have the same thought process if you flipped everything?
I think the way we are treating the DoorDash girl is really concerning, really gross, and the fact that we aren't realizing that is even more concerning. This guy told her to leave that food at the door that he then proceeded to leave it open and then purposefully sleep on the couch with his wiener out. And we're going to act like he's the victim, that this was somehow unintentional, as if he did not intend for her to see him like that. Did you guys know that exposing yourself to someone is a form of sexual violence and sexual abuse? That is still sexual violence and sexual abuse. And and I get it. I truly get it. There is a difference between sexual assault and sexual harassment. There is a difference. But at the end of the day, they're still both bad. So why is there like so many girls on the internet just sitting here picking apart her words, saying this, saying that, saying it's not really a sexual assault, blah, blah, as if that makes it any better or worse? Like, okay, and like, really, is that what matter right now? Is that the actual big deals, dude? It does not make sense. Why is that our focus instead of the fact that this man is just getting off scot-free, apparently? This is gross, guys. Victims are scared to come out as it is. When we do come out, it's always, do you have proof? This girl literally has proof of it, and people are acting like he is now the victim and that she is now the perpetrator, that she's the one who actually did something wrong and not him. All because he was in the privacy of his own home. Honey, it was not private the second he left his door open. Like, come on, let's use our brains. Right? Like, yes, the privacy of your own home is not a bulletproof statement. Like, there is some if, ands, and buts. Like, if you are naked in your home and your windows and your doors are wide open so the general public can see you, that is no longer private. If you are exposed in front of your open window that faces the highway, that ain't private. You're giving a show. And I think it's still kind of crazy that we're acting like this is somehow a mistake, like the guy did not intend this. And I know we don't know the full story, but come on. In what world are you just accidentally sleeping naked on the couch with your door wide open after door dashing food and purposely instructing them to leave it by the door? Okay, bye.
Let's talk about that DoorDash girl, because what she did wasn't just embarrassing, it was shameful. She used one of the most serious crimes that a woman can face for views. She posted a TikTok which now has 13 million views, claiming that she was sexually harassed by a customer while working for DoorDash. And of course, everybody believed her. We always do, because we know how often women aren't believed. But then just a few hours later, it came out that she had lied. Not only did she open this man's door when the instructions clearly said leave the food outside, but she also peeked inside and took a nude photograph of this stranger and posted it online. That's why she got fired, not for being brave, but for being invasive. And what makes it even worse is that she took something sacred, the right to be heard, something that women fought for a really long time to have in the first place, and she turned it into content. She took the pain that real survivors carry and she used it like a prop. And when she lied, she didn't just embarrass herself, she handed every single misogynist online the perfect excuse to be able to say, see, women make it up. She set us back years, because now the next time that a woman speaks out, she's going to be questioned, doubted and mocked, all because one woman decided that she wanted 15 minutes of fame.
We need the original video. We need the original video, because there are so many people in comment sections arguing that they saw the original video. I also saw creators, male and female, saying that they saw the original video. And in the original video, they stated that she had to open the screen door and then she pushed the main door open. So the main door was cracked and there was a screen door and she can barely see inside the house. And she had to open the screen door and push the main door open in order to get a visual of this man and then record him. If that's the case, then that changes everything. That puts her 100% in the wrong. Because at first, if the door was wide open, she's partially wrong. She would just be wrong for recording this man while he's naked in his house and then posting it. But if you had to open the screen door and then push his main door open, you are 100% in the wrong. That original video that people are saying that they saw where she stated this is why there's such a big divide in the comment section. If anybody screen recorded the original video, please send it to me, because this could help clear up all this shit.
From the video I saw, that man was unconscious. Let's say maybe he knew what he was doing, but even at that, she had absolutely no right to walk into his house and record him naked. That's crossing a serious line. And this right here is one of the reasons why so many real victims of sexual assault aren't believed today, because when people start making false claims or exaggerating situations like this, it makes the real ones lose credibility. And let's be honest, if the roles were reversed, if this was a male driver who walked into a woman's house and filmed her naked, he would have been arrested immediately. No questions would have been asked. So no, what she did wasn't brave or empowering. It was wrong. And I hope people can see how dangerous this kind of behavior is. And that's my own take. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section, because this one right here is definitely controversial. So do well to let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to like, share this video to people that needs to see it, and also subscribe to support the channel so you do not miss the next one. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.